Oh, you're in the right place. You are listening to the Love Gurus podcast. We're taking ridiculous dating questions starting now.
You think your love life is going kind of bad?
I know it is.
If you find out your girlfriend accidentally banged your dad.
I know she is.
It's bad news.
You think your romance maybe ain't the norm. If you find out your fiance has been slipping it to your mom.
Whose name is also Norm.
Just ask the love gurus to tell you what to do. Listen to the love gurus or your life is screwed.
There it is.
Love Gurus.
Oh, you heard the man. You are listening to the Love Gurus podcast on YouTube or wherever you're listening to it on. But if you are listening out there on Spotify, SoundCloud, I can't fucking talk. I'm a moron.
Canadian.
Yeah, SoundCloud. We only talk hockey on this podcast.
Oh, dear.
It's if you're listening out there on the audio platforms, definitely like and subscribe. We appreciate you. But check it out on YouTube live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Unless I'm having tech problems like I was just now, then it's going to be a little bit later. What do you want, man? What do you want? I'm doing this with twigs and duct tape. You know, that's how I got this thing going on. But I still do it. You know what I mean? Like Jesus raising what's his face after 3 days using just his hands or his dick. Or I've never read the book, but it was impressive.
Yeah.
I heard. I heard it was a whole ordeal.
The people liked it.
The people goddamn loved it. Just like I love this podcast, man. You may notice we are a man short, so to speak, even though she is not a man. She's Suzanne Leah Shepherd. She is not here tonight because she is about to get married. That's right. Not like tonight, but you know what I mean? She's setting up for it. They're doing wedding EC things. And so, but she's with us in spirit. She is going to be reading the questions. We have recordings of her doing the questions because, A, it's better to have her here in spirit. It's cool. B, I can't read good. You know?
There's that.
It's a whole fucking ordeal. It's whoever told you wasn't lying. I think they're dicks for telling you that behind my back. But I can call them dicks. I can't call them liars.
Well, it's in front of your face, too.
Oh, yeah. And even then, it's like, and I just kind of go like that. And and what's even worse is when they write down insults on a card and hold it up. And I just go, and I can't do it. Especially if it's got lots of consonants that are together. Fucks me all up, man.
We should put those signs away, I think, Christel.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous. But definitely check us out on YouTube. You can ask your comments, give us your questions. We already got some comments already. Matt on YouTube says, I am staring into the musical version of The Great Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
Fits.
I suppose that's us. I don't know how it works, but I like that description, so I'll take it. He says, tomorrow night at the South Dakota Band Shell.
Oh, that's where Evil Knievel's going to be?
Is he
I don't know.
alive?
I'm trying to put things together. I didn't think so.
He's not still alive, is he?
He
can't be, right? Evil Knievel?
I mean, one would think no. If the good Lord took Springer from us,
yeah,
Knievel can't be.
I'd like to think that Evil Knievel and Jerry Springer died together trying to drive a car over a canyon of some kind. You know?
Yeah, I mean, they Thelma and Louise right the hell out of here.
Yeah, they Thelma and Louise, and then in the back seat was a fucking couple arguing about stuff, and they all died together. They both died doing what they loved, and it's romantic.
All that matters.
Yeah. Joel on YouTube says, "Good morning, y'all." Good morning, Joel. Thank you for being here. Matt on YouTube says, "The weeds topic brings drinking and incest." Joel says, My mom, Norm, says hi. Hello, Joel's mom, Norm.
Joel's mom, Norm.
He says, you're reading gooder than you used to, Jake. Thank you. Thank you, but I'm only like part of a White Claw in, so we'll see how this goes by the end of the night. We got a lot of White Claws, and as you can see, we are short a man, so to speak. And so us three ladies are going to pound these fucking White Claws. It's going to be a mess.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
It's going to be awesome. Matt on YouTube says Rangers are getting a beating from somewhere in the swamps of Jersey. Yeah, I mean it's going to happen.
Doesn't really narrow it down for Jersey.
Devils. Yeah,
that's like all of Jersey.
It's pretty rough, man. It's pretty rough. Joel says at Love Gurus podcast, no evil passing Oh, no, Evil passed away a few years ago. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
thank
I thought
you.
so. Thank you.
Coming in with it.
It's, our listeners
Appreciate
know a lot about evil. You know, they, evil Knievel, bad thing, all kinds of shit. But, let me introduce our two guests, man. I'm so bad at this. See, this is what happens when Suzanne's not here. I'm so bad at introducing people. First up, she is a first-time guest to the podcast, a hilarious stand-up comic, the one, the only Kim Christel. Thank you for being on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell them where they can find you.
Oh, are we talking like Instagram?
Yeah,
Oh,
on the
okay.
socials. And
Literal
stuff. No,
stalking.
your address. Just say your address with the zip code, apartment number, everything right there.
Share your soch
Well-
with the people.
Well, my handle right now is christel.clear.art, which is like, a pun on my last name because I like to
Nice.
make art.
Oh, nicely played.
There you go.
But I'm trying to like come up with a better handle because now I'm doing more comedy. So if
Sure.
anyone in the comments,
What if
has
you went
an
with like
idea-
Kim Christel instead of Kim Cattrall?
Yeah.
Oh, Christel.
I mean,
The
it's really
fancy champagne.
doesn't read as well, I guess, when it's
Yeah.
written as when we're doing it. Sorry, Kim, that's very unhelpful. I've only had a sip of the White Claw.
There we
and
go.
I'm
There
already
we go.
screwing it up. Sorry.
No, that's all good. None of us can read on this podcast. It's a very illiterate podcast. But let me introduce our second guest, a returning guest, another hilarious stand-up comic, Jenn Wehrung. Thank you for being back on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Tell 'em where they
I'm
can find
apparently
you.
speaking for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just my regular name at jenwaring.com, but it is spelled Germanly like you pronounced it. So
Yeah, there you go. I've always said it wrong.
no,
Wearing.
it's probably correct. Like
Wearing.
what-
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
it's like I flew Lufthansa once, and the stewardess was like, "Hey, I don't know what, like Ms. Wehrung," and I was
Yeah.
terrified.
And it's like,
and
Jesus, there was too much goose step in there.
yeah, I was like,
My God.
who do I kill when you say my name like that? Is there someone in the row?
Would you like a bag of peanuts or would you like nine?
Yeah, it was a very scary flight, but I learned how to say my own name, so it was helpful.
I was hoping this would be the sausage and beer type of German, but it's the evil type of German.
Damn it.
No.
She's supposed to be a stewardess. She's supposed to be lovely.
Joel on YouTube says, I still have my Evil Knievel sheets and pillowcases from when I was a kid. Nice.
You should watch those, Joel.
Oh, yeah. No, don't. It's lucky.
No.
He says, I don't use them, though.
Thanks, Joel.
Haven't used a twin bed since I got married. Can't be that close to her now. Matt on YouTube says hippies love bikers jumping stuff. Yeah, I mean it's
true,
dude. It's fun. It's just a good time. It's just a goddamn good time. But you know what else is a goddamn good time? Are ridiculous dating questions from Reddit. People, if you have any questions to write in, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, watch the show live on YouTube every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. For right now, we're going to take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit, and they will be read by the one, the only Suzanne Leah Shepherd, who is here
So
with
excited.
us in spirit. I think they are. Hang on. Let me. Here we go. Oh, here she is.
Question 1. Boyfriend upset that all of my exes are ugly. I'm 30 and my boyfriend is 37. We've been together for 2 years. Recently, he found an old social page of mine that had me tagged in a few photos with my exes. He then asked for pictures of my 2 other exes, even back in high school, and then became incredibly upset that all 4 of them are, quote-unquote, ugly. I was confused from the beginning because I've been clear to him that looks aren't very important to me and close to what I want in a partner. Therefore,
She's a terrible
his good
lawyer.
looks for me are a bonus to his warm personality, quick-witted humor, intelligence, and interesting viewpoints on the world. While I asked why he was so upset, he couldn't give me an answer. So, hoping that you can point me in the right direction how to resolve this. I have no idea why this would even be important, but how do I fix this?
Oh, that was Suzanne Leah Shepherd reading the
Oh,
first
dear.
question.
Man.
Ouch, that is a fucking rough one, right?
I mean, I have to start with, what was this page that she had socially that just tagged her and all of her exes?
Yeah.
Was you know what I mean? Like, what was that X space? Like, what was that?
Right. It's Elon Musk. She angered him or something.
Oh, and he just was like, here's all your
Yeah.
exes.
He got that pouty look on his face. I'm going to cock block her. I'm going to use her past against her on social media.
And then
I'm going to throw the
also-
kitchen sink at her.
So now he finds 2 of the pictures or whatever, and then he asks for 2 more. I don't know. That's weird.
I thought it was weird that, well, I thought he thought they were ugly, and that was just his opinion.
Right, and also...
But then she kind of confirmed it, because
Yeah.
she was like, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's totally where she went wrong the first time.
Oh, yeah, she fucked that one up. Man. She had a really nice pitch served to her. She got it underhand. That's a really easy one. Because she could have twisted that and been like, yeah, all my exes were ugly. That's why I like fucking you so much. You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
All she had to do, it was right there. It was so easy.
But the minute she started listing his other characteristics, but you're handsome and funny
Yeah.
and smart. Oh, that's
I
when
like,
he stopped
she-
listening.
What did she say? I like who you are and how you feel about world issues.
That's
she
what-
said, like, what the fuck? That's what I like about you.
I mean,
is
that's
your
a lot
stance.
to say while she's sucking his dick, which is
Yeah.
what should have been
Yeah, yeah,
happening while he was that upset.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
just like, my last boyfriend was a one final boyfriend.
World issues.
I
That's
love
hard.
that you believe in a free Taiwan. That's amazing. I like Taiwan. I like
Jake, you're almost a little too good at that.
That's right. Well, my last podcast was talking world politics while blowing stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
They're getting more
Eh,
specific.
I'm
as they go
telling
on.
you, I could debate Ben Shapiro right now using only my tonsils. I could do it. Come on the show, Ben, if you have the fucking stones. That's right.
That's amazing. Yeah, and also, as ever with these questions, and I apologize, I have listened to some of these before. I just wonder, how old are they? Like,
Oh, yeah,
what
this is young
what are
people
you?
shit.
This is not. This is
Teenagers.
not grown shit. This is like, I was looking through your Instagram. I
Yeah.
found some tags. These dudes are all ugly.
Yeah.
Like,
What gives?
what? Yeah, what gives? Plus, I got to be at my shift at 8. So if
Yeah.
you could answer by like 7:40,
Dude.
I got to go.
It's ridiculous. It almost makes me feel bad for this guy, right? Because you could tell, like you said, young people, very inexperienced. If he's bummed about finding dudes that are uglier than she used to be with, wait till he's with a lady who was with hot dudes.
Right?
You know what I mean? That's gonna
Right.
fucking tear him to pieces.
Yeah, I feel like the first thing, this dude needs a little therapy. He needs to learn to, like, not compare and despair, friend. Come
Yeah.
on. Everybody's got their own journey.
Right,
I'm talking
right,
right
yeah.
to you, buddy. But you're right. Like, it's normal to be like, wow, everybody else you dated was so hot. What about me?
That's
but
what the
also,
fucking
what,
kicker.
What confidence he had to, like, look at all of them and be like, I'm so
Right.
much hotter than these dudes.
Yeah. It's
Why
just-
is that?
He's, I'm picturing like Leonardo DiCaprio, but no skills and glasses half empty about fucking everything. This is a very glasses half full
See,
problem. This guy
I think
has.
that's an interesting point, because I bet he's not actually handsome.
You don't think
I
so?
bet he's only a step
You think she
less
just dates
ugly than the
dogs?
rest of them.
I love the idea of fucking going to the left side of the street who's like, hey, whore, why did you date all these guys that are uglier than
Right?
me? You know,
And
like,
yet-
what?
He's no Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's like, and I thought the side of my
Maybe.
face doesn't work well. Jesus, look at that fucking guy. Yeah. Like, dude, it's brutal. Like, what do you... that should be a good thing.
Like, her exes were all walkers from The Walking Dead, right? Like, and so he's only like a tiny step above.
I mean, it says on his Facebook profile he survived a suicide by shotgun in the mouth. I mean, how the fuck do you live past that one? I mean, I can look at his face and tell that it's true, but my God.
Yeah, this is a weird one. This is a weird... I don't know what she can do, honestly.
Speaking of darkness and death real quick, though, producer Amy in the chat says, Jerry Springer died today? Yeah, here's the thing about...
Well, she was confused earlier because we mentioned it, and then it was confirmed for her by Joel, I think.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
now she's upset.
It's
And,
rough. Yeah, both me and producer Amy are really trashy people from the middle of the country, and Jerry Springer dying was like the death of a loved one to us.
Yeah,
you know what
no.
I mean?
Dark day.
Yeah.
He defined our childhood. He
Yeah,
was
no.
like the uncle to all trashy little kids in Middle America.
I texted my dad. He was a big fan. He was my dad's
Right.
fave.
Yeah, to every little kid who went to school with a packed lunch of dried cereal in a bag, we
Yeah.
felt Jerry Springer's death. today.
Yeah,
we
it's-
felt it.
The fact that we're even doing a podcast on such a dark day.
I mean, we should all be commended. In fact, to Uncle Jerry.
To Jerry.
Uncle Jerry. Yeah, that's
You
right.
are the father.
Everyone dump one out and throw a fucking chair in his honor.
What was that sweet thing he would always say at the end of the episode? He would just be like,
you're right.
"You all take care of yourselves, like peace." I know it was like something sweet.
Oh my God! Yes,
Yeah,
Joel,
it would
Matt,
be the most,
Google.
Yeah. I would love how he would try to do this weird doctor. I forgot about that. It was like a
Yes.
Dr. Phil type of thing.
There was
He
a
would
moment.
have just the craziest carnage on his show. It would be like people throwing chairs at, you can't call them midgets, little people for sleeping with their baby
Yes.
mamas.
There was, remember for a short time there was the pole?
Yeah.
People would enter via the pole
right,
and
they
like
would slide down a pole and there would be
and not
chair
get
fighting.
stuck.
They would ring boxing bells while white trash people beat the shit out of each other for fathering kids unknowingly with somebody. And then he would just go, gang, we all need to, and he would have this Mr. It's like, you're not Mr. Rogers. There's blood on your fucking shoes from a stripper. Like,
right?
What are you
But he would
about?
try. He'd be like,
Yeah.
at the end, he'd put his sweater on, feed a goldfish. He was like, I got this.
It's like
That must have been when he moved to Connecticut. They filmed like the final seasons in Connecticut. I feel like that changed him.
That's the funniest thing about Jerry Springer is he would have that wholesome delivery.
Yeah.
He would have the appearance, the delivery, and you know what I mean? It would be like it was as if you were watching Dr. Phil announcing UFC cage fighting, just like,
what was
now
the-
he's going to hit him. You know what I
The
mean?
guard guy, the body, Steve?
Oh, Steve. Yeah. Steve,
And then
the big
Steve
bald
had
guy.
his own show.
He got his own show.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he got his own show. Where it was just doing the same thing. Just
Right,
like-
yeah. I don't know about Steve's range. I don't think that they were really ready to like make him the next Oprah.
It's like, you're just doing Jerry Springer without Jerry Springer.
Right.
Why do I need to watch it? Who is that much of a Jerry Springer junkie to where they're like, you mean to tell me you got more Jerry Springer but just with the bodyguard guy?
Right.
Fine, I'll take it.
I feel like enough people, because it was more than one season in
it's
my
still
memory.
got little people throwing chairs at each other and getting half naked. Then
I'm
I'll
in.
watch.
Let's
I'll
do
watch.
this. Steve
Yeah.
doesn't have a pole. He has a column. Same thing. Let's go.
I know. Yeah, Steve is out there mourning right now.
Oh,
you
Steve's
know?
a mess right now.
Yeah, Steve. If you're a fan of the
Steve, for
podcast,
you.
which I know you probably are.
How could you not be?
Yeah. We feel you're lost today, bud.
I mean, I feel like we should get back to our couple, because I feel like
Oh, yeah.
they don't know how to fix their lives,
right.
and their only hope is us.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I just think that there's no hope for them, and they're going to break up. That's
okay.
my
All
final
right. So
answer.
let's do. So your final advice is there's no hope for them.
Yeah, she's blown
They
it.
should break
Sorry,
up,
sister.
right? Yeah, you blown it. That's final advice. Kim, you got any final advice for?
I think the boyfriend needs to work on himself and his self-esteem and go to therapy.
You're a good person.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I really, I just want to Dr. Phil it to this guy.
Yeah, a little
and
bit.
be like, you need to look inside yourself and realize it's way better when your lady fucked ugly dudes.
Yeah.
Because if your lady's not fucking dudes that are uglier than you, then you're the ugly dude, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of rough. I would say that what he needs to do is he needs to break up with it for now.
Oh, dear.
And then start another relationship with the lady. Keep starting relationships until you get one that it has hotter exes than you, and you somehow find that out. Like it really. I mean, it'd be a coincidence if you just found it out, but start dating a lady and then really like Facebook stalker and everything.
Deep dive.
Yeah.
MySpace, Xspace, whatever you need to
Yeah.
do. Go
and then
go
you're gonna
long.
you're gonna find a dude who looks like a young Jake Gyllenhaal that your lady used to bang, and you're not gonna be able to get it out of her head.
No.
You know what I mean? And you're gonna have feverish nightmares of her just screaming, "Oh, fuck me, guy that looks like young Jake Gyllenhaal!
Yeah.
Fuck me, guy that looks like young Jake Gyllenhaal!"
I mean, frankly,
And
it'll
it's
happen
gonna be a
until
nightmare.
you fuck guy that looks like young Jake Gyllenhaal, sir.
Yeah.
So I feel like
That's
this
what you
has to
should
be. Yeah,
do.
maybe you hook up with some ugly exes of hers, and then you'll feel
Ooh.
hotter in, I don't know.
There you go. See what she gets out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe in fact, the only way this lady could have. In fact, wait, we're giving advice to the guy.
No, we're really giving it to her because she wants to
Oh,
fix
that's
it.
right. That's right.
Or we're supposed to be giving it to her,
The
but she's
only
already
way
blown it.
You could have answered this one worse to this guy is if you would have said, I dated them because they had enormous cocks.
Yeah,
that would have been
good
the only
point.
way to fuck up that question even worse than
Good
you did.
point.
So I say just do that and let him sit in it for a while. And because he's kind of a douche. You're dating a douche. He's upset. He hit the home run. All of his exes, all of your exes are uglier than him. And so he doesn't know what real pain is. You know, you need to give him real pain. And then just go back after he's sucking. My girlfriend fucked big cock.
Yeah.
Like, let him soak in that. Let him soak.
Yeah.
And then you go back, you pat him on the back, just be like, just kidding. They had really tiny cocks. I was with them because I was abused as a child and I have no self-esteem.
Yeah,
which
I mean,
is the
that's-
reason I'm with you. But you're on my upward climb, clearly, and
Right.
I'm still.
You're both handsome, and you remind me of my stepdad.
That's right. That's
who
right.
was why I was. See, she could really
You're
bring
less
this full circle.
slappy and punchy.
Have you guys thought about becoming therapists?
That's my day job.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. It's I would and especially with my raspy voice, it really helps. How does that make you feel, though? That's how I do it.
It's very soothing.
Yeah. No, seriously though, I think therapists are pretentious money pits. They do no good. They're pits of nothingness. Well, how does that make you feel? And it's just like, I think it's therapy is one step below Nexium as far as I'm fucking concerned.
Sure, fair.
But
without the anal leakage and other side effects.
That we know of, It's
good point.
that we know of. I think many therapists are doing all the Nexium stuff, but gaslighting everybody with fancy therapy terms and making them think that they didn't get this guy's initial branded into them during the therapy. He says, "Oh, you must have blacked out. I mean, how does it make you feel that you blacked out and woke up with a weird thing? It looks like my initials. Well, I guess you better take the medication. I'm being bribed to fucking throw down your gullet." So yeah, I think I am going to become a therapist.
I think you should. I mean, we've clearly solved this problem.
Yeah, I guess my final advice would be to sign up for my therapy sessions. You know what I mean? I'm really good.
I also, Joel has some nice wrap-up advice there with the very last comment. You're better looking than the next guy.
Oh. That's right.
Look at that. There you go. Pay it forward. Well done, Joel.
Or if she follows the same trend, you're way worse looking than the last guy.
That's true. The next guy is going to literally be Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, it's going to be Jake Gyllenhaal going like, why do you only fuck ugly dudes? Like
right?
The guy who wrote this question or whatever.
Well, or more importantly, he'll finally say to her, why are you ugly? And then the world will right itself.
In fact, and he'll turn into a mirror. What am I doing sleeping with this 7? I'm Jake fucking Gyllenhaal. And then he dashes out the door and has sex with a supermodel.
Yeah.
Brendan on YouTube says, when did you guys get sponsored by White Claw? They don't pay us any money. We do it because we have love in our hearts for White Claw.
And we're trash.
And we made a nice arrangement.
We're garbage. We are fucking garbage. Let's see. Matt on YouTube says they invented OxyContin in Stanford. I'm illiterate. Yeah, dude, I like OxyContin.
Who doesn't?
Oxy rocks. Matt says Jake Gyllenhaal can only do it as in a tent with sheep watching. Yeah, that's right. I remember that movie. I remember that. Yeah, it was. By the way, if Bud Light really was as pro-gay as the right wingers say, they would have put Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger on one of those cans. But they did market research and they're like, people ain't that into this shit yet. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's
poor Bud Light. Get it together, Bud Light. You're never gonna get drinkers again.
Yeah. I love the people freaking out about, it's gay beer. Like, it already tastes like carbonated cum. How did this sneak up on you fucking people?
First of all,
Jesus Christ. I don't care about the politics of my beer. It's ridiculous, man. It's like
they shouldn't have any.
Dude, you talking
Though
beer?
I appreciate the trash that went out and bought beer to run it over with their truck, as if Bud
fun.
Light wasn't going to be like, thank you for that money. Do whatever you want with the beer.
It's like, wait a minute, this guy was only going to buy 6-packs tonight. He bought
I bought a 12. Yeah. Run it over, boo.
It was great. It was like, beer. You mean the stuff that I drink to feel good at night and occasionally crash my car and beat my wife and kids? I don't care where they line up on the issues. I don't.
Bud Light.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, man on YouTube says, Bud Light, you can't quit us.
They can't. Well played, man.
What do you want? Let's take our next question from
my God.
the Wild Animals on Reddit, people. If you've got questions to write them in to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, give us your questions live on the show every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. For right now, we are going to take another question from the Wild Animals on Reddit with Suzanne reading it, for she is still with us in spirit. Let me just get this question ready to go.
So exciting.
Here it goes now.
Question 2. Fiance will not stop going to her ex's job. I'm 30 and my fiance is 28. We've been together for just over 5 years, but back in December of 2021, we split up due to her cheating on me with a coworker of hers. We began talking again shortly after May of 2022, and the relationship she had with that ex was toxic, and it made her realize how much she missed me and how wrong she was for what she did. So we decided to work things out, and for the most part, the last year has been great with almost no issues, except for one. She keeps going back to this guy's place of work. She doesn't work there anymore, and about a month or two into their relationship, she chose to leave that job and now works somewhere else. I've tried to talk to her calmly and rationally about why it bothers me that she keeps visiting his place of work, but she keeps going back there and insists it's only because she, quote, loves shopping there and, quote, doesn't want to be controlled or told where she can and can't go.
She's fucking him.
She
That's
doesn't
right.
want the past relationships a mistake to prevent her from going somewhere that she loves, which to an extent I can understand, and it is the reason why I haven't blown up about this, but the fact that she doesn't seem to care that it bothers me is what makes me mad.
Yeah, I get
There's
that.
tons of places in this town where she could buy clothes from, not to mention she can order things online.
Oh,
Am I
Lazy
crazy?
bitch.
2023.
Or am I being controlling? Should I let this go? Help me handle this.
Oh, man. Women be shopping. Huh? Women be shopping even at their ex's store. I mean, it's been said 1,000 times by 1,000 comments.
I'm not gonna lie. When Suzanne was first telling that story, I thought she said Beyonce, not
I
Beyonce.
did too. Oh, my
Yes.
God.
So I
Yeah,
pictured Beyonce the whole time doing all these things.
And then you were like, why does she have to keep going back to Target? She's Beyonce.
Damn it, I'm Jay-Z. You're Beyonce. Stop shopping at that shithole. You dated him when you were nobody. I made you somebody, and you're still buying fucking tchotchkes from there?
Come
God damn
on.
it, I gave you a diamond ring that's bigger than my giant cock.
Nobody
What's
needs that
wrong
many
with you?
frames.
Yeah. It's Kmart. That's not even Target, for fuck's sake.
Kmart.
Yeah.
All right. I like that we know their ages. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
I like that they've been together for 5 years because now we know like how this
How-
started and how it's going.
I missed. How old did they say?
So they're now like 30 and 28, but
Yeah,
they've been
you're right,
together
that is
5
good. That is
years.
beautiful.
So they
That is
started
very
as babies, but it's she should just stop going to the store. Like enough. How
It-
much? I don't know where
Well,
they live.
she-
I don't know where
she
they live.
should.
I'm picturing a small town. I'm picturing there's only a couple stores. You know what I mean? So maybe this is he did say there's plenty of other clothing stores,
Yeah.
but like, maybe this is her favorite one. Maybe it's more like a niche. Maybe it's like
Right.
I don't know.
If that's where she gets her clothes, that's where she gets her clothes, and it's tough. I think she should. If I was giving her advice, I would definitely say that she should. Like it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Like you're not
Right.
the net benefit. Like you're losing more than you're gaining with this.
Ooh,
But
look
that
at
said,
you.
Yeah, do cost benefit analysis. Look at that.
My God.
Yeah. I learned that from watching the movie Wolf on Wall Street, and so I think you should do like Jonah Hill did in that movie and get fucking really high and take your dick out. No, but the thing is it's this guy we're giving
That's right.
advice to. So
We do keep getting confused.
the thing is like there's a million like you could bring this up to her and be 100% right because you are 100%
Yes.
right by not wanting to. It does bother you. You have every right to be bothered by it, but there's also, depending on how you bring it up, you will sound shitty and controlling to somebody who doesn't think they're doing anything wrong because they don't
point.
think that they're doing anything wrong. They're not sleeping with a guy. They're not whatever. They're just buying the clothes. So you have to find a way to delicately fucking give this to her, and
But I think the fact, sorry, I'm raising my hand. I think the fact that she's so upset about it
Yeah.
says to me, yeah,
Little
see, you're right there,
manipulative.
that she's maybe is not just going for the sale on blouses. Do you know what I'm
That's a good
saying?
point.
Like,
That's a good point.
Like if I would, unless there was more happening, I don't know that I would be this upset and be all, you're controlling. I'd be like,
Right.
hi, the blouses are always like Kohl's Cash or whatever is like inspiring her
Right.
to go there.
Yeah.
But instead, she's all turning it into something bigger because she still secretly wants to go because maybe she's banging her ex in the dressing room.
That's right.
20% off her outfit while he bangs her.
I'm so enraged by the idea of this. I almost want to go set that dressing room on fire.
Right?
I want a Molotov cocktail this dressing room. I don't know why that image you put in my head upset me so much.
Yeah. And
I think I need a fucking therapist. Jesus Christ. Why am I so upset?
So, like, I feel bad for him because you're right. Like, he came off as a little controlling, and she's already interpreted
Yeah.
it that way, and she's just
Yeah.
going to double down from here out. But,
Right.
sir, I don't think you are, as sir, if you're listening, I think that you would agree that we agree that you are 100% right. And it's hard. It's going to be hard to backtrack from here. It's
Yeah.
just going to be hard to backtrack from here is my point.
You're right to be upset, but you are not necessarily right in your argument based on how you approach this. Because
Yeah. Oh, okay,
because the
nice.
thing is like it's all about escalation of force, right? It's all about the crime fitting the punishment or the confrontation, however you want to talk about it. It's like, look, there's first degree, second degree.
Sure.
And so on a scale of 1 to 10, she's doing like a 1 or a 2. So
Yeah.
you have to, if you bring this up like it's a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, good point.
I could see this guy really fucking going at her as if he's like really accusing you of cheating. You know what I mean? And
But he
so
seemed
it's like,
very calm about it, and like maybe it was
To
just
us.
Suzanne's voice. You're right. Maybe it was just us, but Suzanne's soothing voice when she pointed out that he said, "I get it to an extent." Do you think that was just him bullshitting us?
I
was
think it's him
bullshitting
bullshitting
us.
us. And Suzanne's soothing voice is a liar.
God
listen to
damn it,
You
Suzanne.
know, keep in mind, it's not Suzanne's soothing voice that fucking wrote this thing. It's some animal on Reddit.
That's right.
With the green Pepe the Frog fucking
Right,
emoji.
who wants
So,
us
like,
to be on his side.
Yeah, he could have been like, well, I was busy storming the Capitol. I think she was fucking a guy at Macy's. You
That's
know?
some bullshit.
Yeah, like this guy. So we don't necessarily know how he went at her for this.
Good point.
I don't, and I always look for weird lack of details when there's a lot of details in a question. There was a lot of detail in this question.
Yeah.
And so anytime I see a lack of detail that seems very important when there's otherwise a lot of detail, I have to think that it's left out for a very convenient reason, because I try to point this out every episode. These questions are their source. It's by, for, and about them. It's their Fox News, their MSNBC, their North Korean state-run news. If their dad
You're
gave them
a
the country.
professional,
So,
Jake.
yeah. So when he leaves out, like, how much is she buying there? What's she buying?
Right.
He's leaving out how often she's going there. And I have to know what she's going there to buy in terms of money-wise. Like, why is it so important?
What if it
she's
was
going
like
to the show?
Frederick's of Hollywood?
I don't even know what that is.
Remember that store? It used to be in
Lingerie.
malls. It was like shitty lingerie in malls, though.
Yeah, no.
So it was like slinky maid outfits, and that's how
Nice.
they could get away with it at the mall, next to like one of those like calendar shops.
No, I'm a true cocksman. I only buy my significant other's lingerie from Spencer's. That's my move.
okay, fair.
I go to Spencer's and I get them a funny mug as well.
Yeah.
Cool little hat. Because, yeah.
You're like, here's a funny mug. Put it in front of your cooch.
Yeah.
And let's do this.
Yeah. Here's a picture of the lingerie on the mug, and here's a lingerie, and here's a fun little hat. That's
thoughtful.
I'm a Spencer man. I'm
You're,
a Spencer man.
listen, it's why it's lasted so long.
Dude,
Spencer's gifts in malls everywhere.
This part, I'm not even joking about. I've bought my grandmother gifts from Spencer's. I have bought her crazy little.
Do you remember they used to have like a little, the one in my tiny hometown mall had like a little slightly naughty section. So
They
like
do
if
have
you-
the naughty section.
Right? So if you got
That's
in
not-
there and
for
you
the
were
record,
like,
that's not where I got my grandmother from. I didn't get it from that section. It was from the fun.
yeah, I'm sorry that it was your grandmother that inspired
I
me to
got her a
think of it.
tchotchke. I got her a
Nice.
tchotchke. You
But, like,
got the wrong
if
idea.
you could
here.
like trick your dad into letting you and your friends go in that store,
Yeah.
and like you could slip into like and like have a real giggle.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fun.
You know?
It's a good time. Spencer's a good time.
I hope that's the store she's at all the
Yeah,
time.
that'd
Dude.
be great. I would
Right?
go there all the
Yeah.
time
Oh,
too.
yeah,
I'd be like,
fuck
"Are
yeah.
you kidding me? It's entertaining."
Right.
But if you left out that your girlfriend's ex works at Spencer's, fuck you. You're misleading. You led the witness. You led the jury, and that's bullshit. You
Should have opened with that, friend. You should have
Yeah.
opened with, this girl keeps going back to Spencer's to
Right.
see her ex, and we all would have been on your side.
Well, how does she not? How does
Right.
she not? We would not have been on his side. I wouldn't have been on his side. I'd be like, dude, he works at Spencer's. What, you gonna
That's
give
true.
up Spencer's? Fuck that. That's not okay. That would be like, oh, my ex used to breathe air, so I'm just gonna tie a fucking bag around my head. No, you can't give up Spencer's.
That's not a solution. That's not a solution. Don't do that, guy.
Yeah, don't tie a bag around your head.
Man, listen, he's already, again, this is the second question in a row where they've already blown it a little bit. And there's
Yeah.
not much for us to do to help you walk that back. Maybe you got to think about it before it comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Maybe that's my final advice. Think about shit before you say it, friend.
Let me actually before we do more final advice. Let me get some comments in here. Joel on YouTube says, "I meant it.
not really
Suzanne
my
sounds
final
like
advice."
she's speaking from the afterlife. She does have a little bit of. There's like a ghost vibe. There's
She
I
does.
feel like I should be playing Unchained Melody right now by the Righteous Brothers, and I should be making pottery. And,
It's little arms of the angel, perhaps.
Yeah, It's Suzanne speaking from the afterlife. She's telling me crazy little. I can do cold readings with Suzanne telling me
Yeah.
stuff about people's passed on once, but very vaguely.
She'd
like,
make an excellent ghost.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Don't you think?
Suzanne tells me that someone from this section had a loved one that passed on. It was,
I would pay to see this
It
show.
was a male family member of some kind. She's not giving me a specific name for
No,
some
it
reason.
might
Just-
might start with an M or
Yeah,
say
yeah.
an F.
or M or an F. Or it starts with like a J. Is it Jack? Is it Jared? Is it John? Is it maybe a just sound, a George? It's something. I was like, yeah, that's right. Suzanne
And then like
told
you
me
just have
that.
like more
It's
ghostly
like she's
Suzanne in the
room.
background, like, it's not George, you moron.
Yeah,
It's a J.
Yeah, she's just giving me vague. And I'm like, Suzanne, just tell me the fucking guy's name. I could make so much more money.
Right.
If I said, you with the Mickey Mouse shirt, your dad John passed on, and he's got info for you. You have a birthmark on your leg that kind of looks like France. But not France today. Charlemagne France, the old empire. That's what your birthmark looks like. Suzanne told me your dad said that. Like, I'd really be able to fucking crush if she gave me more.
So I think
specific
what
shit.
we've really covered is that Suzanne is going to work forever.
Yeah, dude, she's a terrible psychic ghost friend.
Yeah.
Dude, I bomb as a psychic.
You'd be like, you got to stick to your therapist career, Jake.
Yeah, dude, I got to do that.
You can't cut to psyche.
Because then I sit there with the pretentious patches on my elbows, and Suzanne goes, "Tell him he's a fucking moron and he's whining too much." And I say that, and he's like, "It's true. No
She's
other
so
therapist
good.
has the balls to say that to me."
Yeah.
But you and Ghost Suzanne did it.
Ghost Suzanne for the win.
Solid.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt on YouTube says, "What are those rags? I'm going to a Egmar Film Festival. Have you seen my product?" Rags? Are there rags that I have some?
I assume he means like newspapers, like
rags.
old timey rags.
Got ya.
Like I think
Got
he's
ya.
talking to us from the 40s.
I literally thought I left a rag out from wiping the table down or something before the podcast.
What is this rag you brought to a film festival, Jake? Get it off the table. We're trying to do a podcast.
Also, I'm on my rag. It's that time of the month. Matt on YouTube says, if to Target again, well, I guess everyone deserves clothes I would never wear if I have to hang a nail. Yeah.
I mean, you could get all those things at Target that
That
he
is a
just
good
listed
point.
in his comment. You get
That's a good
nails.
point.
You could get a hanger.
I would
You could
give up
get
going to
clothes.
Target. Yeah. Target, especially if you live in a small town, you know what I mean? You're in a flyover state, you're going to give up Target? Fuck off. It's not going to happen.
No, you can't give up. Like, that's insane.
No. It's one thing in a big city where there's stores that have everything, but like, come on, man, Target. Joel on YouTube says, if Jake reenacts the pottery scene, he's using Black Betty by Ram Jam for the music. Fucking right I am. You're right.
Well played, Joel.
Black Betty had a child. Wham a lam, the damn thing gone wild. Yeah, that's
Wham
totally.
lamb, and you're like doing some pottery and shit.
Wow. I'm gonna pot the hell out of this jar. Matt on YouTube says,
I want you to have that on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pot the hell out of this jar. I just want you to have
That's
a line
right.
of merch.
That's right. Matt says, a ghost, nice wedding, corpse, pagan. Yeah. Oh, shit. I read that wrong. Ghost, nice wedding, curse, pagans. Yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's, it goes through good stuff. Anyway, any more final advice? Kim, you got any final advice for this guy?
Yes, this is probably the best, most serious advice I've ever given.
Nice.
You should definitely just let it go, marry the woman, but, continue to feel insecure about this and start to get angry and start to let it come out in little ways until you start getting into these big fights and then eventually get divorced.
Solid. Rock fucking solid.
That's right. You have all these little 1 and 2 arguments build up to a fucking 10 and you make it epic. You
solid.
Make it epic.
That is right there.
I want your therapist to hear about this shit and go, "You did what?" Like I
Like
want
in
him to
20
really...
in 20 years when they're
Yeah.
like fighting about it again, he can say one more time, "You wouldn't stop going to Spencer's." Like he can keep it forever.
I want him to let out a non-ironic great Scott like Christopher Lloyd in Back to the Future.
Sure.
I want his hair stand up when he hears about the epic meltdown battle you guys have.
Like their kids
Yeah.
won't even go to Aunt Anne's because it's too close to the Spencer's. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
Auntie Anne's, the pretzel place. Like they won't even get there. Like they're like, it's too close to Spencer's. Dad
Yeah.
will fucking flip.
100%.
And then they got to go around it.
Dude, that's another thing. If he works out Auntie Anne's, it's over. When he get a pretzel that's not Auntie Anne's, fuck off.
Yeah, I mean they're delicious
Yeah,
pretzels.
dude, they rock. They rock. In fact, if he's working at Auntie Anne's, send me his number. I'll date him. I need free Auntie Anne's.
I mean
They're
discounts
rock.
at Auntie Anne's. Let's do this.
Dude, that's amazing.
They got the nuggets. They got sticks. I think.
I
I've been to a
just go
mall
old
in a
school,
while.
light salt. That's my move. I can't do too much salt. It ruins it. You know what I
Solid.
mean?
Yeah. Do you get the dips? You big on the dips?
I like Auntie Anne's so much. I don't even fuck
don't
with
even
the
care.
dips.
It's so
No.
good on
It's
its
such
own.
good
These dips.
dips.
Yeah.
Dips are for lesser pretzels.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Dips are
Nice.
for even most like nicer kind of like bar restaurant girls that do pretzels, They end up overcooking them, and it's not the same. Auntie Anne's
Agreed.
beats all of them. They
I think
do.
it's because they're soaked in butter.
They are. They are.
That's the key.
But yeah. They're not healthy. Like, it's not going to get you the six-pack back for sure, Auntie Anne's.
But I do feel like for your merch, you could maybe do tote bags that say dips are for a lesser pretzel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I think we're building your line.
100%.
Right.
It's like dumping. It's like going to Peter Luger's and dumping A1 on everything. You just don't
Yeah,
do it.
you don't want to do that.
Auntie Anne's is the Peter Luger's of pretzels. It really is.
I think we've solved it.
Yeah. Just that's my final advice. Just eat more Auntie Anne. Okay.
It's solid.
It's
solid.
My final advice is you need to clearly, not to sound too much like an economist, but I think there needs to be more healthy competition in that marketplace to drive this business out, this establishment out of business.
Interesting.
So I say open up a rival store right across the street. You know what I mean? Fight it out.
My
Fight it
God.
out. Watch the movie The Founder with Michael Caine, or not Michael Caine. Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
About the guy who stole McDonald's from the McDonald brothers and fucking made like $1 trillion.
That's
off
what
of
this
shit.
this guy
Yes.
needs.
You need to do that.
You're 5 years in, buddy. Open your own McDonald's. Call it McDowell's.
Yes.
Hire Eddie Murphy.
He just did it for money. You, sir, are doing this for pettiness and jealousy.
I was going to go with love, but yours are better.
Yeah, this isn't love. This is pettiness and jealousy. Let's be honest. I love you so much I don't want you to shop at the store that your ex works at. No, you're petty and you're jealous, and I respect that about you, and I want to help. And so I think if you don't have the time and the money to open up a rival store, then get an Auntie Anne's, whatever that is. More people will go to the Auntie Anne's than whatever that place is. I don't care what kind of business it is, or get it canceled. You start a whole bunch of different Yelp accounts.
Ooh,
and be
nice.
like, he misgendered me. I go in
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and
yeah.
this fucking guy, Christopher, whatever his name is, he calls me a goddamn ethnic slur every time I come in. It's like, it's fucking crazy. And so you get that place just canceled. People won't go there anymore.
Good call.
Get their Yelp reviews rolled down. And you fight them dirty.
Like 1 star on a couple Twitters, couple twats.
Yeah.
Get it out there. Tell the people.
You be a twat, sir. You fight him from the fucking gutter.
Twat it up.
What?
Yeah. When he goes low, you dig a fucking mine shaft. All right. Go way lower, dude. Anyway, I think we answered that question. Let's take another question
My
from
God.
the wild animals on Reddit. People, if you've got questions to write in, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, watch it live. Give us your questions and comments right there in the chat. I think we're on question 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
So we are going to take our next question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Question 3. Feeling left out of my office. Click. I'm 27 and I've worked here for the longest, and another coworker, Jane, who's also 27, started shortly after I did. A year ago, there was a round of recruitment, and 6 new women between the ages of 25 and 30 started working here too. Jane at first was determined to keep us as work besties and would only ever hang out with me. She would even trash talk the other girls. However, a few months ago, Jane switched offices and started working closely with this new team. After having lunch with Jane every day for the past 3 years, she started to be more distant, and now she hasn't even talked to me in over a month. No explanation, no, you should join us whenever she goes out to lunch with the other people. She claims to always be too busy for lunch, but obviously I see her go get food all the time. Even if I bump into her, she's always laughing and chatting with the other women. Anyway, my job is very hands-on. It requires me to be fully on a different floor, so I only see the rest of my office when I arrive, at break times, and when I leave. Meanwhile, all of the other girls do 90% of the paperwork, so they became very close. I feel left out of conversations, and when I ask what's up, the other girls just kind of say, oh, nothing much, and don't really include me in their conversation.
Oh my God.
So my question here is twofold. Is Jane a fake friend?
Yeah.
And do I bring anything up to her?
Sure.
We have a brunch in a few weeks, which we booked 4 months ago and cannot cancel. I sent her a text checking up, and she said that she was excited to go to brunch. Do I mention it to her then? Secondly, how do I handle the other girls in my office?
Wow, that was refreshingly different from the other question.
Right? This does feel
Yeah.
like a real thing that happens
Yeah.
all the time. Because,
I was angered by Jane.
bitches be shopping and bitches be bitches.
Yeah, they be shopping and they be cutting each other down with sour looks and catty remarks.
Yeah.
Like Jane, I hope you get fentanyl in your next bag of cocaine.
I mean, I think this is a tough one because if that's, I was trying to figure out Where do they work that one person is on a separate floor? What do they do that she's on her own floor, but everyone else is together? Right? Like, that's weird. What is this office?
Real quick, Joel on YouTube says, are you using a different mic than usual? It seems like it's picking up more from the left than usual. I think that's more just my headphones. But here, I think I overcompensated with the audio. I think it should be better now.
Also, I'm really loud, Joel, so it could just be me throwing it off.
No, that was me.
All right,
She's
it's
really
Jake.
loud, but she had a stroke. So it goes, she sounds like Popeye.
It's annoying. I'm so annoying. It's ridiculous. I don't need this microphone. It's fine. It's ridiculous.
Let's see. Matt on YouTube says, the McDonald's brothers fleeced Ray Kroc. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The McDonald brothers
I think he
had
survived.
a patent on everything he sold. Ray Kroc. Yeah, I mean it was a great movie, dude. Like, it sounds like a boring. If you explain the premise of the movie, I just love Michael Keaton so much.
Yeah.
Like, I saw him on it. Even when I was like, I only know the story of McDonald's.
Yeah.
I jerked off into some fucking Thousand Island dressing and called it special sauce. The
Yeah,
end.
you did.
That's the story of McDonald's. It's a fucking
It's a
shit
short story.
But it's a really good. It's actually way better, dude. It's a way better movie. It sounds terrible, but let's see. Matt on YouTube says she is having doubts. Lisa does. Sarah sounds distant. The girls in the question in high maintenance. Get other friends. Take up the Fight Club.
Fight Club. You know, the
right.
first rule, you don't talk about it on any other
That's
floor.
right. That's right. My clique's gonna beat the shit out of Sarah and the other clique. Yeah.
Oh my god, maybe they're all in a fight club. And
Maybe
that's, why
that's
they're
the
not
problem.
talking to her.
And she just doesn't know.
Yeah.
She's going to learn at brunch.
The first
gonna
rule
be
of
like-
our new club is we can't talk about it.
All right. Did you say you were having eggs Benedict? Well, now I can tell you all the rules of our new club. You found the password. That's why I invited you to brunch.
Why is your nose broken? I said I can't talk about it. Yeah.
Paperwork is hard. I got a ream to the face.
Amy on YouTube says, OMG, producer Amy says, OMG, this reminds me of the 6th grade all over again.
Yes, Amy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That followed him all the way to the office. Matt said, they all have the paper mind readers. Joel says, at Love Gurus podcast, you're better now, Jake. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thank you for the heads up with that audio. Matt says, you will have a baby at 14. You guys shame on each other. Clean food. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's a rough office job. But
what can you do?
Any final advice?
I mean, I feel bad because, listen, we all get a little FOMO. Like, I work from home. I don't even have to go to an
Sure.
office. And I was
Yeah.
at the job for like 6 months when I learned that, like, someone who was brand new had been added to the full office Slack channel that I had never been added to. And I was like,
Oh.
what did I do that I'm not in the Slack channel? And then when I got added to the Slack channel, I was too afraid to say anything because it would have looked like I
Right.
was coming in hot to the Slack channel. Like, oh, Jen's
Yeah.
finally here and she won't shut up. You know, like, I didn't want to be that guy either, but I was like, you guys, I'm here. How did you not miss me this whole time?
Yeah.
And like,
Why'd you leave me in the wax Slack?
yeah,
channel?
why am I
This
in
is
the just
bullshit.
like the bullshit Slack channel? So like,
Yeah.
feeling left out is a real thing. I still want to know what this place of business is, but maybe at brunch, when you go to brunch, which to be fair, I think she's going to cancel, but let's say she goes, you can gently say, don't do what the last two did with coming in hot with like manslaughter level accusations.
Yeah.
Start low and just be like, it's so exciting to have all these new people at work. And like, I love that you're getting along with them. And I just, I want to hang out. Like, what do you guys, like, can I go to lunch with you guys? Like, I know I'm on a different floor. Like, there's a way to do this and not be a dick about it. But if you're a dick about it, you're not joining the Fight Club. Like, it's just that simple.
That's true. That's true. Kim,
my
got any
theory.
final advice for her?
I would add, if you're having trouble talking to the one friend in a not snotty way, maybe give everyone the benefit of the doubt and try to like reach out individually and make plans with people. Because if you're just going and saying hi to these people and then they don't know you well, they don't know what to say back. But if you're like,
you're on another
Karen,
floor.
do you want to go to lunch with me on our lunch break? And then actually have a conversation
That's
with
true.
them.
Eavesdrop a little. Find your in. Be like, oh my God, Karen, did you say you love the Jonas Brothers? I love the Jonas Brothers. And then like, boom, you've got
Who's
like
your
an
favorite Jonas brother?
in. Right? I don't know. Yeah, one of them is probably my favorite. And
I like Jimmy Jonas.
Jimmy Jonas is great.
Yeah.
He makes the best subs.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm the fourth Jonas brother, Jimmy. They said I had a shit voice, but I don't give a fuck, man. My hoagies are better than any of those shit
Yeah.
songs. They're for 15-year-old girls, all right? It's shit music. It's shit music. I was bad when they were big. Now that they're not big, I don't even give them free sandwiches. I say fuck off. Wouldn't
Yeah.
let me in the
No
band?
free sandwiches for
That's
my
right.
brothers.
That's right. No gabagool for you. But yeah, okay. My final advice is, I like where you're going with that. I like pitting the friends against each other.
Oh, yeah. You do
I
that too.
read Shakespeare's Othello.
Yeah.
You need to be the bad guy in Othello. You need to be the
Maybe that's
office
it.
Othello. Now, half of your friends
office
are going
Othello.
half of the clique is going to have to die.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's just how it goes.
It's burning the dead wood. It's, you know, think of the Noah Ark story. You know, God
Right.
had to murder about 99.99%
Yeah.
of the earth. They were butt fucking for
The
Christ's
ark
sake.
is only so big.
Yeah.
Burn
yeah.
it down.
He had to- you know, all those people were butt fucking in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
So he had to murder all those people and all the animals, because fuck them
Yeah.
too. Those animals should have mauled them for that.
Yeah.
And so they gotta die. And so, but basically, you're God, okay? All
Oh,
right.
wow.
And the few people you like in this clique are Noah. So you have to build the ark and decide who you want on there, and then
Right.
you slowly pit them against each other by taking them out individually. You know what I mean? Buy some drinks. Like, hey, what's going on, man?
Maybe
Oh
invite
my
them to
God.
your floor
Yeah.
and win them over. Be like, hey, do you want to come to the 8th floor today? I've got candy.
Right. Yeah.
Right? See
And
if
it's
they
like,
come
oh
to
my
you.
God, I love. We have the best group of friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love Sherry. I love Cindy. Even though Cindy said to me the other day that
Yeah.
Ukraine is full of Nazis. She said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you believe she said that?
And also, she said you were fat.
Yeah.
Like
And
you gotta get
She
in
thinks
there.
you look fat in that shirt, and
Yeah.
that Putin has every right to the Ukraine because it is traditionally Soviet Russia. So like,
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Hit it
Can't
from
believe
all
that?
angles.
Yeah, like really just put some shit in people's ear
Yeah.
with some drinks in it and turn them against each other, and you make yourself
Solid.
the good guy, and you come in, and now
Yeah.
you're gonna be the czar of the clique. You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna be the clique dictator.
And then at the very end, when they're
That's
all
right.
like laying on the ground, unbloodied, and like no one can go to Pret with you because they've all killed each other.
Yeah.
And like lunch is done, you can Jerry Springer your ending with a like, "Hey everybody,
That's right.
If we just try to get along, we'll
Yeah.
all get along better."
Yeah, you throw
right.
that
And then
sweater
you
on.
go get your lunch at Pret and fuck all of them. You know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just-
you walk through the fucking carnage that you created,
Right?
And you mansplain the whole thing to everybody.
Yeah. There's like a little person down. There's
Yeah.
like glitter.
Yeah.
It's just a mess.
That was your fault, not me and the producers. who
No,
set this
not
whole
at
thing
all.
up.
And then you grab Steve by the
Yeah.
dick and off you go to lunch.
That's right. You create your own.
Whoever
spin-off
your
show.
office Steve is.
That's right.
We all have one.
Have sex with the office Steve when this is all done with. Celebrate.
There's always
you
an
know?
office Steve.
Yeah, bang the office Steve for
Nice
good
one.
measure.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
how
I
you
think-
get ahead. That's how you get ahead.
I think that was good final advice.
Solid.
Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you've got questions to write them to Love Gurus podcast at yahoo.com. For right now, we are going to take another question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Question 4. Boyfriend started sleeping away from me. I'm 26 and my boyfriend is 28. We've been dating a little over 2 years and moved in together 4 months ago. Lately, he's been sleeping on the couch when I'm in the bed, and in the bed when I'm on the couch. Today he came home from work and I was napping on the couch, and I wasn't fully awake yet, but instead of coming over to me, he just went straight into the bedroom and stayed there until I yelled at the dog for getting into the bathroom trash. He'd obviously been awake, and he
one
was
with the
just
lid,
like,
stupid.
"Oh, you're up?" My birthday was a few days ago, and we slept in the same bed for the first time in a while. He said that he missed it and held me, and so that's why I'm so confused. I'm still in love with him, but I'm starting to think that he doesn't even like me anymore. I don't know how to even approach the subject. Is there hope for us? How do I bring this up without sounding like some insecure child?
Oh my
Well,
god. Does she
man.
snore?
That is literally what I was thinking. She either snores or she has the like,
Yeah.
it's like sleep apnea
Yeah.
shit going on, and he literally just can't sleep. Also, I don't appreciate that they threw the dog under the bus.
Yeah.
Like, why did we have to learn about the dog in the garbage in the bathroom? Like, that's not right.
Yeah, what is
Leave the
this?
fucking dog out of it.
Is this the year 1930? Are we living in the Great Depression? Do they not have trash cans with lids on them for the bathroom that are like the same fucking price as one
Yeah.
without a lid? This is
Let's leave
crazy.
first. So step one, leave your fucking dog out of it. Okay,
Yeah.
let's not bring the dog into this. But step 2, yeah, this is it, girl. Here's what you need to do. You need to go to bed on the couch when he's in the bed, or on the bed when he's in the couch, and you need to hit record on your fucking phone and hear what you sound like when you're sleeping. Because it could be snores, it could be night terrors. What if she's a screamer? What if I had a roommate in college that used to scream numbers, like in her sleep, like
really?
like 57623, and like we'd just be like, holy shit. And then at one point we tried writing them down to like play lotto with, like we were like, well, this has to benefit us in some way, but it never did.
Was she a math major?
No.
Was she the rain woman?
Yes, I was gonna say she might have made it big in poker. I'm not sure, but you're like, yeah, she like it was like a weird, quirky thing. She would just yell stuff.
All right, here's what you got to do: is I'm not giving you advice. Call your roommate back.
Find that bitch.
Yes. Get matching suits. Take her to Vegas. Roofie her as you're going down the escalator, and then you sit there, and she sits.
Get her home in time for Jeopardy.
Yeah, you have her sitting, sleeping on your knee like a dead ventriloquist puppet, just spouting off, fucking, stay, definitely stay.
Yeah.
Lots of face cards. You
Well,
know?
sorry about your sleep problem, but I just solved the rest of my life.
That's
Okay,
right.
cool.
That's right. That's right. I solved so many of her problems. She
Yeah,
doesn't need to
thank
be on
God.
shitty podcasts.
I don't.
Like this
See you
one.
later. I'm gonna leave. I'm taking the White
That's
Claws
right.
and I'm fucking out of here.
That's right. That's right. She'll be on Rogan this time next week. She'll never have to look back and be
Can
on
you
the
even imagine the fun that would be for everyone?
Yeah. He'd have you on like, so Jen, I understand that like
Rogan
like
would boot me after 3 minutes.
You have a ventriloquist roofie puppet?
And I'd be like,
is that right?
yeah, I fucking do, dude.
And it counts cards? That's awesome. So how do you get it? You ever take mushrooms with your roofie
Suddenly he
puppet?
and I are friends in this story? Ew.
I think you should smoke DMT before it counts cards. I think you count cards better.
Yeah, I think that's you're right. That's the only answer, is that either she snores or she does something, or maybe he does something weird in his sleep. Maybe he has to like jack off before he can fall asleep, or he has to like suck his thumb, and now he's a little embarrassed because now they live together, and he's like, she's gonna notice that I have to like pick my nose before I can fall asleep or whatever. So he's got to go in the other room to like clean it out, and then he just sleeps.
Yeah,
For real. Like there's
That
something
could be
weird in Sleep Town.
there's weird. Yeah, something's going down in Sleep Town.
should be a
That's
show.
your mug.
Yeah,
Something's
yeah.
going down in Sleep Town.
That's the name of Cosby's new special.
Yes, indeedy do.
It's
Sponsored by Jello Pudding.
Jello pudding and NyQuil.
That's right.
Yeah, it's something's going on, man. Something's going on. I think he doesn't want to reveal to her maybe that he's like, look, I love her too much. Just scream losing lotto numbers at her in my sleep.
Maybe
like,
one of
like
them
I do.
really is a big farter.
Yeah.
In which case, that's the only time you can blame the dog. Like now we can bring
Yeah.
the dog back in.
Yeah.
You could be like, babe, I wanted to sleep with you, but the dog keeps farting. Maybe we should give the dog some Mylanta before
Yes.
bed. And
Yeah.
then see if you could be like, here, you take it first, and then we'll give some to
show
the
him
dog.
how to
Right,
take
to
it.
show the dog how to chew the Pepto-Bismol. You know, like get the dog, like you got to do it.
Barely ever is my advice on this show to drug dogs. But this is one of those questions.
It's
you
just
know?
like, listen, she
You
brought
need
the
to drug
dog
the
up.
dog.
We've got to bring it in.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Dog's in the bathroom digging tampons out of the garbage.
That's
Like
right.
Doug's got a lot on.
Yeah.
But you know,
Maybe if
he's
you
useful.
fed your dog, you wouldn't be looking for scraps in the bathroom.
gross.
Trash. Yeah, I think, oh, it's that time of the month. I'm going to get fed again. Like, I'm
Yeah,
going to finally
poor
get some
thing.
protein in my diet. No.
Poor
like,
thing.
Yeah, I feel bad. You're worse than Michael Vick, lady.
I feel
You're
like
worse than Michael Vick.
I feel like Matt and Joel are solving shit in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, here we go.
I see the word farts. That's where I got distracted.
Man on YouTube says, he makes a good sausage that Jimmy Dean, who would have thought after he got killed in that car crash, Rebel without a cause sucked. So did Giant. Matt says, pistol whip the head one like in Goodfellas. I think that's an old comment, something earlier. I'm kind of behind on comments. He says, alarm moved in, another junkie on the knot. He ate out of the garbage.
The boyfriend ate out of the garbage.
The boyfriend ate out of the garbage. He says,
The boyfriend ate the garbage.
it had nothing to do with calculus. Joel on YouTube says, boy, is she going to be surprised when she listens to the sleep recording and learns that she doesn't snore but farts like crazy in
Yeah,
her sleep.
see?
He says, due to sleeping in the other room for self-preservation.
Yeah, because
Matt on YouTube says, not farts, don't go there. Just say the boyfriend ate the garbage.
yeah, Yeah, it's gotta be something like that because it sounds like they were fine. They move in together. It was 4 months ago. They're still like tiny babies, but they've been together for 2 years, and now they're in the same house. They can't sleep in the same room. Something's going on in Sleep Town. Something's going down in Sleep Town. Buy our mugs.
Yeah, if
they come with free White Claw.
If those fucking cheap bastards at Sleep Number who can't recognize talent would sponsor us, I'd recommend one of their beds because you can adjust each side. But I'm not going to do that, Sleep Number. Fuck you for not responding to my email. That bed is overpriced. It's all fucking, it works for like 2 months and then the thing just goes haywire. Like that goddamn robot in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
It goes changing
bananas.
The firmness of your bed for no reason. There's a ghost in the machine. There's a ghost in the Sleep Number bed.
And it's not even Suzanne. It's not even a fun ghostly voice like Suzanne's.
No, it doesn't. Its voice sounds like, I'm Skynet's original form. Sleep Number. I'll fucking give you a bad back so that you're easier to conquer with my Arnold Schwarzenegger army of robots.
It's a thinker of a mattress, really. Like to start with the small game of bad backs.
Yeah. Every purchase of Sleep Number bed is like killing 6 billion people. That's the way I see it.
I think we've cleared that up.
Yeah, that's the way I see it. Anyway, YouTube says 2x2 body slam Joel. Is that a trigger? Two times 2 bodies. Wrestling reference. I don't know.
It's a wrestling thing. Maybe that's her. Maybe at night she's like a kicker.
Yeah.
You know, she does the kicking and the thrashing.
Oh, yeah.
She's putting him in sharpshooter.
Right, yeah, and he's like, I'm getting bruised. People are asking me about they're asking me if I walked into a door again, but it's you're kicking me.
Yeah. My girlfriend beat me in her sleep.
Yeah,
That's
and nobody's going to believe
story.
that. Nobody's going to believe that story.
Yeah, it's like, dude, not only are you getting abused by a woman, it's a woman who's passed out.
Right?
Fuck off,
Nobody believes you, friend.
He's the only guy on earth who was victimized by a passed out woman instead of the other way around.
Right, exactly.
He's bombing at this.
It's not working out. That's not how the story goes.
Yeah. No one's going to believe you in court, my friend.
Sorry. No one's even going to believe you on Springer.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
Hashtag not you too, buddy. You made this story up. Your sleeping girlfriend didn't do that.
No.
You're a drunk. Shut up.
Yeah. So maybe they got to set up cameras. Maybe they got to do a whole a home sleep study.
Right. Yeah.
Set up cameras around the room, recording, see what they each do when they're sleeping, that they have to be, that he has to leave you, girl.
Yeah.
That's how they find out they're haunted.
Right, and then maybe that's the key. He's like, she's actually haunted by the spirit of somebody, and every time she falls asleep, the spirit comes out, and it's fucking terrifying, so I have to go in the other room. Even the dog is in the other room eating garbage because it's fucking terrified. Like, everybody's terrified of your possessed self.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta quit hooking up with women that I meet at Indian burial grounds. This is ridiculous. They're all cursed, man. They're all cursed.
I mean, I move the headstones, but I never move the bodies.
Dude, why don't these women ever move the bodies?
Come
They're not
on.
handy. They can't dig with shovels.
This is the worst.
I'm just gonna move the headstone. I'm gonna move the headstone and hook up with this guy. I hope
What was that
everything is
actor's
fine.
name in Poltergeist?
Coach? Yeah, the guy from Coach. Oh man, that's a fucking throwback. JT, was it JT Thomas? JT, god damn it. Everybody in the chat's gonna know.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Is it TJ Williams? Is it JT Williams? JT
TJ Hooker.
TJ Hooker. Yeah.
That's his show.
Ah, fuck, man. That is.
He came into a restaurant I worked at once, and I was his waitress.
Yeah.
And
really?
and I went in the kitchen, and I kept saying, like, to the kitchen staff who had no idea what the fuck I was doing, but I was like, you moved the headstones but you didn't move the bodies. Like, I kept being, and then I came out of the kitchen at one point and he like grabbed me by the arm, and I was like, oh, maybe he needs ranch or something, and instead he was like, is that you? And I was like, is what me, Mr. TJ Hooker? And he was like, are you, knock it off. And I was like, all right, it was me, I'll stop, I'm sorry, I'm just a big fan, my dad likes Coach better, okay, I'm just gonna go away, dinner's on me. Like, it was mortifying, but just another example of how loud I am. Like, it's ridiculous.
He really heard you do it.
Yeah, like, how fucking embarrassing is that?
If you were a real fan, you'd be doing lines from season 3 of Coach.
Right, yeah, you wouldn't be doing like the one line from Poltergeist that everybody knows, you big fat liar. And also, just fucking stop it, because I'm just trying to eat dinner. Which I think was really his point.
Dude, now that I'm looking back at that movie, I'm more mad at the Native American ghosts than anybody. Seriously, why are you haunting the family that moved in and not the fucking guy
Right?
who put the house there?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
who they
dude,
should
we
have gone
gotta fucking
to.
wait until he shows the house, and then we just fucking boom, we cap his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just,
They did kill him. Doesn't he die in the end? He comes to see what's going on, and then he gets like...
That's a good point. I guess maybe they got him in a roundabout way. Never mind. Native American ghosts and poltergeists, you're all right with me again. I forgot how that movie ended. It's been too long. You did the right thing.
I just remember his face. There's like a shot of the business guy's face,
Yeah.
like, kind of
Sorry,
thing.
sorry, I spit on your grave. No pun intended. Yeah. It's. I know you guys don't like that. In that
Craig
movie.
T. Nelson!
Craig T. Nelson. Yeah. That's right.
I just wanted to get it before they did on the chat.
I knew it was coming. Yeah, Craig T. Nelson. Man, it feels like he should have been in more shit. You know?
Yeah.
It feels like he should have been in more.
He's
Shit.
probably fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he
he's,
dead?
He's doing
I have
all
no
right.
idea.
He's doing all right. Dude, he's got that. Dude, he's got that show, Coach, was syndicated. Here's the thing. My dad loved that show.
My dad too.
It was a fun watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's one of those that, like, old dudes loved it back in the day. Old white middle America dudes loved that, and so it's just one of those shows to where it's like, was it The Sopranos? Fuck no.
No.
But it got played on the TNT channel so
Right?
many more times a day than
Yeah.
The Sopranos. So, like, they made money.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
it's a
Coach
fucking,
and Home
yeah.
Improvement.
Uh-huh.
Like, my dad kept those two shows in business
Yeah.
by himself, I think.
It was especially loved by my dad because the outside shots of all of the things. It was, you know, how he coached at the University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
The outside shots of all the campuses were shot at the University of Iowa in Iowa City, Iowa, my hometown.
Oh my God! Well, your dad was like, "It's practically my show."
Yeah, as he'd point it out and be like, there was one shot where, like, my dad used to lay brick, you know, and so did my grandpa. And he was like, I laid the brick on that building, you know, and so it was like a whole.
That is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It
That
was,
was my brick. That's my brickwork right there on TV.
Uh-huh. They know good masonry. They can see it. The producers.
Those location
Yeah,
scouts. That's
uh-huh.
what they were looking out. They were
That's
looking out
right.
for good brick.
That's right. They filmed it in University of Minnesota, and they were like, "Who the fuck? It's all uneven. Did they even use levels when they were
This is
doing it?
ridiculous
Did
brickwork.
they use levels before or after they put the cement in fucking powder? You had to do both.
No one's gonna believe this is a real university.
It's
Brickwork like
this
that?
looks like a slow-learning preschool at best. Fuck this brickwork. We're not filming Coach here. It's not good enough for Coach. University of Iowa brickwork. That's
Yeah.
brickwork. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway, any final advice for this lady whose boyfriend is sleeping in a different room?
No, try to eat less beans.
Eat less beans. That's good final advice.
Thank you.
All right. My final advice is going to be, you know what? Just follow him out there. You know, confront him, make him wake up and go, huh? And then just be like, what's wrong?
Yeah, like when he goes to the couch, just cuddle up right next
Yeah.
to him.
Uh-huh.
You also sleep on the couch.
Do you remember how in True Lies they shot him with sodium pentothal,
Yeah.
which the CIA actually does? It's a truth drug. There's no truth-telling serum like when you just wake up.
Good point.
You know how hard it is to have a poker face in the
Yeah.
fucking dead of night when you've just been woken up?
Solid.
You can't lie. He can only pause and stammer, and you'll be like, nah, you're stammering, you're looking away. No one's got the World Series of poker players do not have a poker face.
Plus, she'll
when
have
they're
him
being
trapped
shaken
because,
awake.
like, if he's sleeping on the couch and she like lays next
Uh-huh.
to him, now he's trapped too.
Yeah.
He just woke up and he can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He's got to tell her about her farting or her
Right.
kicking or whatever she does.
You're gonna have to.
You're
do
gonna
it.
learn the truth, sister.
Gonna have to, and you know what? If he won't give you an honest answer, I want you to go have sex with Craig Nelson or whoever. TJ Craig.
TJ Craig's. Maybe you
TJ
should
Craig.
go to the next town and go to the Target. I hear there's a guy who's like banging people
Yeah, absolutely.
in the dressing room.
go have sex with a worker at Annie's Pretzel and get some fucking free munchies.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we answered that question. Let's do one more lightning round question on the show. First, man on YouTube says, a bunch of white guys contending. I was out the first episode. Joel on YouTube says, the masonry at the University of Minnesota was done by Helen Keller. He says, Matt on YouTube says, all white coaches, DeMar Hamlin 3. Dude, I wish I followed sports more so I could.
That's the Buffalo Bills guy who got
Buffalo Bill.
hit in the chest and almost died.
that's right. I remembered that. Yeah.
That's right. I'm from Buffalo. I know
There you
stuff.
go. There you go. She's got Bills references and fentanyl.
My God, I'm like a well-versed. I don't know what.
Man,
I was gonna say cunt.
Arnold. We don't say cunt. On
Sorry.
This
Bueno,
we don't say cunt on this podcast.
that's what I did. I went to the suit. God damn it. I've kicked our rating over the edge. Sorry, Jake.
If you say cunt on this podcast, how the fuck are we ever going to get picked up by Nickelodeon?
Son of a bitch, I did it again.
The man on YouTube says, no, I'm just kidding. Nickelodeon are cunts. Anyway, a man on YouTube says, Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't tell Jamie Lee Curtis the real truth. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It turns out he's not even sleeping in the living room. He's out being a spy.
Yeah. Well done.
Joel on YouTube says, or banging the maid. Joel on YouTube says, I'd tell Jamie Lee Curtis anything she wanted to hear. Yeah, especially in that movie. She fucking got it done in that movie.
Yeah.
You know? It's one thing for, I'm a sexy actress in my early 20s looking hot in my underwear in a movie. Well, even ugly 20-years-olds look good in their underwear in movies. That's nothing. She was a hot 57-year-old woman or some shit. And
Smoking.
True Lies, it got it done. Got it done.
Yeah.
I was like, I would sell out my country for her.
Yeah, totally.
I would let Putin fucking ravage Ukraine.
Yeah.
If I could hook up
who
with
among us?
with Jamie
Who among
Lee
us?
Curtis and True Lies. Goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Oh, I'd storm the Capitol for that ass. Anyway, I think we answered
She's
that
going to
question.
put on her t-shirt.
Let's take our final question from the wild animals on Reddit. We're going to do this one lightning round style. That is where we just quick read the question, and then we just get a quick hot take from everybody. We go to final advice like right away.
Okay.
So Suzanne will read the question,
We can
and
handle
then
that.
we all give our answers. Last question, lightning round style from the wild animals on Reddit.
Lightning round. How long did it take your significant other to say, I love you? I'm 35 and I've been with someone for 4 years who's 36.
Too long.
I told him that I love him, but he still can't say it to me. He just looks at me with a panicked look on his face, and I understand the whole love language thing is hard. His is our acts of service, and I am words of affirmation. How do I get him to say, I love you back to me?
Dude, this is so much sadder than the lady
Yeah.
who's just had a good relationship, but the dude slept on the couch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this guy doesn't love her. All right, what do you think? What's the final advice?
Or maybe she's right. If she's already recognized that he uses acts to say I love you, and he's had, maybe he got beaten. Maybe his mom used to say I love you and beat him at the same time. Like maybe there's some shit in his history, you know?
Yeah.
So like maybe like she needs to just sort of calmly continue to put out there like I love words a lot. I love words a lot.
I like
and then
that.
maybe she
Yeah.
starts doing acts of service to him so he can see that she can speak his love language, and maybe it'll work. And that's all assuming he does love you.
Nice. Kim, any final advice?
Well, I'm just going to add that the love language thing, I'm not going to go into it, but it's bullshit. And the guy that wrote the book is really crazy and gives terrible advice. So just keep that in mind when you
Solid.
do that. But,
You
yeah.
hear that? I've heard better advice from the guy that ran next to him. What's up?
But yeah, I guess maybe ask him, hey, why are you having trouble saying I love you after 4 years? And if he can't give you a good reason, maybe stop wasting your time.
Yeah, then you have your reason.
Yeah.
You know, if he can't put it, tell him to write it down. Maybe make up a Mad Libs
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
You know, and be like, okay, so give me a verb,
Uh-huh.
right? And then he finds it funny, perhaps.
Yeah. It's turning into a fun riddle, a fun
Right.
game. you
Right.
know? This guy loves playing games. I can
Yeah.
tell.
Feels like he does.
Huh? He's a big game man. He's playing games.
Yeah, this is a sad one.
Yeah.
I
It
feel
is.
bad for them.
Bummer.
All right, so shit, man, it's tough. All right, my final advice is going to be very specific to me because this kind of happened. I won't say with who, but let's just say, I do love her. So we, at one time, me and my wife, we tend to drink a lot. You know what I mean? So
What?
I wait a minute, hang on. Producer Amy says, get him to say I love you by going to Jake's therapy. That's right. All right.
I think we're about to go to Jake's therapy.
We're about to go to Jake's therapy. You know, and much to this chagrin of a student producer, Amy, on YouTube. Listen, Joel says, when my wife first said, I love you, I replied, I love me too.
That's funny.
Matt says, I need a beer. Joel says, that was better than as well you should.
Yeah.
says, I don't love you. I can't live after the original Boys to Men broke up.
Well, it was the end of the road, Matt. You're welcome.
Joel says, at Amy, I can't afford Jake's therapy. I'm all out of White Claws. Yeah. Uh-huh.
He does get paid in White Claw, so that helps.
I'm all out of White Claws.
Yeah. So now we've come to the end of the claw.
Yeah. It's all right. So basically, I drunkenly at a bar with my wife, or at the time, just lady I was dating, I sort of tried to do like a sneaky, I did like a half I love you.
Nice,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I did. It was something along the lines of like, wow, you know, we just get along so good. I mean, you just seem like you're just really easy to just fall in love with. You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
She shot me the fuck down. It was brutal, dude. It was like, I don't know, like 6 months or a year in or something. And like to the point to where I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I'm not going to make that mistake again.
Yeah.
You know? Here's the thing. She was so drunk she didn't remember this happening.
Of course she didn't. Of
So
course she
I
didn't.
was like, dude, I went for like 2 more years. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not letting that shit happen
But
again.
that's what I'm
No
saying.
way,
Like,
dude.
there's a lot. Like, that story's great because it ends well, and we all know it.
Yeah.
But like but for somebody who maybe did have a little trauma around saying the word "I love you," whatever, maybe nobody ever
Yeah.
said it to you as a kid, or maybe the one time you tried to say it to a girlfriend when you were 17, she punched you in the dick, or she just whatever. Like, it might be it's hard
Yeah.
for him to say. Maybe he does love you. He just doesn't know how
I'm
to say
picturing
it.
this man is one of the guys who proposed at a Yankees game on the Jumbotron and
Right.
got shot the fuck down.
Yeah, it was big and it was bad.
Yeah. Oh, and he did it at an away game. It was
Yeah.
an away game, so he was wearing like Cardinals gear.
Yeah.
And all the Yankees, man, you fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking somebody else, kid.
And it was
You
ugly.
fucking I don't know why they have Boston accents.
Yeah.
I should be able to do a New York accent living in New
come on,
York. You
Jake.
know what I mean?
He gets pelted with hot dogs and like
Yeah.
fries, but at
Yeah.
least we know what calories
Yeah.
they each contain. Thanks, Yankee
Hey,
Stadium.
I'll give her some dick over here. She don't
Yeah.
love you. Get over it.
Hey, yo, nice
Yeah.
try, buddy boy.
Look at you bombing at proposals there.
Hey,
Yeah.
gabagool.
You propose worse than the Cardinals pitcher.
Hey.
Pitches. Hey. Yeah. That happened to him.
Can we
And
do
so
the
now
whole
he's
next
just like,
podcast in crazy accents?
Yeah. I'll do
Maybe-
wrong accents.
I was
the
gonna say
entire
maybe
time.
each question
Yeah.
we're from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Question
Hey,
2, we could
I'm
be from Ireland.
Japan. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
from
I've got some
Tokyo.
advice for
Yeah.
this fella I do. Like we just go to town.
I was born in Japan. Yeah, the whole time I'm just fucking up accents.
I love it.
Amy on YouTube says he is not telling the story correctly at all.
I was kind of waiting for that.
He says we were a month into dating, and he says I think I could fall in love with you.
Very different story, Jake.
We're both
Very
drunk.
different story.
I think her numbers are inaccurate. I remember it being 6 months. You know what I mean? But hey, as R. Kelly once said, age is just a number. You know what I mean? And so what the hell? 6 months, 1 month, whatever.
But turns out he was right. He
Yeah.
could and he did.
That's right. And so I think like a year in, she finally broke down drunk at another bar and went, when the fuck are you going to say I love you? This is bullshit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think this lady needs to either A, ask him if somehow find out did he get drunk and bomb it saying I love you, or B, get really fucking hammered and just flat out slur your speech while screaming right into his face. Why did you say I love you?
Yeah.
Because now, like, dude, my wife did that, and then I said I love you, and boom, we're
It
married
worked
and
out
have
good.
a kid.
Yeah,
so,
you
like,
guys
you know
are
what I
doing
mean?
great.
Yeah.
You got all this White Claw.
Granted, she's married to a drunk podcaster, you know what I mean? Who's like neglecting his child right now. So it's like, you can't get everything in life. There's trade-offs.
There's
But,
trade-offs.
Amy on YouTube says, I said it was way too soon, and then I got mad at him for not telling me that he loves me 6 months in. Yeah, it was like, there's no winning with her. There's no pleasing some people. There's no pleasing the lady in the question. There's no pleasing my wife. I mean, it's just, it's tough. Matt on YouTube says, 4-0 Jersey. Jersey's fucking killing his team. Sorry about that. Let's see. Joel on YouTube says at Amy, and you said, oh yeah, that was before hers. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it takes everybody a different amount of time. But if you really want him to say it and you want to know, because it's been 4 years and that is a long time, then, maybe you've got to gently push in one direction or another until he at least says some words back like, I would love you, but I hate you, or whatever. And then you have your answer, right? It's better than no answer.
Listen, right. you need to do the advice that I feel like every girl's mother would give her in this situation right now. You need to just look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you deserve love. And then you drunkenly ask him if he loves you. And if so, why not? And if he says he doesn't love you, you go have sex with Craig T. Nelson, the guy from Coach.
It's definitely an Italian mom, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Very, very Italian mom. Any other final advice for her?
My God, no. Good luck. Good luck.
Right.
Godspeed, young lady.
All right. This has been an awesome podcast. Thank you so much to our guests. Thank you to Jen. Thank you to Kim. Thank you to everybody who listened out there, especially the people who were live. Thank you to Amy on YouTube. Thank you to producer Amy. Thank you to Brendan on YouTube, to Matt, to Joel on YouTube, to everybody out there. Until next week, like and subscribe. We are live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Later.